For problem number 1, at the beginning of compression in an ideal dual combustion cycle, the working fluid is 0.75 pound mass of air at 15 psia and 90 Fahrenheit. The compression ratio is 10. The pressure at the constant volume addition of heat is 495 psia, and there are added 110 BTU during the constant pressure expansion. Find the RP, RC, percentage clearance, efficiency, and mean effective pressure. So sa problem number 1, kung i-analyze natin, sabi niya is beginning of compression. So pag sinabi natin beginning of compression, nasa point 1 tayo. So bali sa point 1, meron tayong mass muna, mass na 0.75 pound mass. Then, sa beginning of compression, meron tayong pressure na 15 psia. Meron tayong temperature 1 na 90 Fahrenheit. So, kailangan naka-absolute tayo, nag-a-add tayo ng 460. So, temperature 1 natin is equals to 550. Then, binigay rin yung compression ratio natin or yung RK na 10. Then, sabi niya, pressure at constant volume addition of heat is 495 psia. So, sa problem, hindi niya sinabi kung beginning or end of combustion. But, based sa pag-analyze ko, kung P2 is solvable siya. Kasi P2 is equals to P1 RK raised to K. So, solvable. And also, nag-trial and error ako. Kung gagawin ko siyang P2, hindi siya solvable. Hindi natin makukuha yung temperature 3 and pressure 3. So, masasabi natin na yung 495 is pressure 3 siya para mag-run yung or ma-solve natin yung mga pinapahanap sa problem. So, meron tayong pressure 3 na 495 psia. Then, meron tayong there are added 110 BTU during constant pressure expansion. So, meron tayong QAX na 110 kasi sabi niya constant pressure. Kapag sinabi natin constant pressure, nasa 0.3 to 4 tayo. Therefore, meron tayong QAX. Then, sa solution ko, so yun na, yung given natin, given yung mass na 0.75 pound mass, pressure 1 na 15 psia, temperature 1 na 90 Fahrenheit, plus 460 is equals to 550 Rankine, RK na 10, P3 na 495, QAX na 110, then yung pinapahanap sa problem, yung RP, RC, C, efficiency, and PM. So, unang hinanap ko is yung RP. So, sa RP, meron tayong formula na RP is equals to P3 all over P2. So, sa problem, wala pa tayong P2. So, hahanapin muna natin yung P2 para makuha natin yung RP. So, sa paghanap ko ng pressure 2 sa process 1 to 2, which isentropic is constant. So, ginamit kong formula is yung T2BV2 formula. So, P2 all over P1 all over raised to K minus 1 all over K is equals to V1 all over V2 raised to K minus 1. So, i-manipulate ko yung formula para makuha ko yung final formulas ng pressure 2. So, nag-raise ako ng nag-raise ako ng K all over K minus 1 both side. So, makukuha natin is P2 all over P1 is equals to RK raised to K. Diba? RK is equals to V1 all over V2. So, yung final formula natin is P2 is equals to P1 quantity RK raised to K. Therefore, substitute lang natin yung value. So, yung P1 natin is 15. Then, yung RK natin is 10 raised to K na 1.4. Then, bali yung pressure 2 natin is equals to 376.783 psia. So, yung RP natin is i-substitute lang natin yung value na yung P3 na 495 PSIA, yung pressure 2 natin na 376.783 PSIA. Therefore, yung RP natin is equals to 1.314. So, nakuha na natin yung value ni RP. Nakuha na natin yung RP. So, RC naman yung hanapin natin. Sa pagkuha ng RC, meron tayong formula na RC is equals to V4 all over V3 na equal din siya sa T4 all over T3. So, kuhanin muna natin lahat ng point na magagamit natin para makuha natin yung value ni RC. So, inuna ko yung kuhanin yung volume 1. Sa volume 1, ginamit kong formula is yung PVMRT formula. So, P1 V1 all over or equals to MRT 1 over natin sa pressure 1 para makuha natin yung final formula para makuha natin yung volume 1. So, volume 1 is equals to MRT 1 all over pressure 1. So, yan, substitute lang natin yung M natin 0.75, then yung R natin na 53.35, then yung temperature 1 natin is 550, over natin sa pressure 1 na 15 PSIA. So, yun, mag-unit analysis tayo. So, run cancel, cancel, then yung pound mass, cancel, cancel. Then yung ba yung PSIA is equals to pound inch squared. So, dito makakancel yung pound, makakancel yung pound. So, dapat yung sa volume natin is cubic feet. So, yung inch natin, yung inch is i-convert natin is to cubic feet squared. So, 1.4 inch squared divided by the feet squared, 1 feet squared. So, yung bali makakancel yung inch dito, makakancel. Meron tayong feet square dito, meron pa tayong isa. So, meron tayong cubic feet. Therefore, yung volume 1 natin is equals to 10.188 cubic feet. So, volume 2, kukunin natin. Sa volume 2, ginamit ko yung RK formula since nakuha naman natin yung volume 1. Given yung RK natin, makuha natin yung value ni volume 2. So, cross multiply lang. Yung final formula natin is V2 is equals to V1 all over RK. So, substitute. Bali yung V1, 10.188. Then, yung RK is 10. Therefore, yung V2 natin is equals to 1.088 cubic feet. So, next naman is yung kuhanin natin yung temperature 2 at process 1 to 2 which isentropic is constant. Bali, ginamit kong formula is yung T2P2 formula. So, T2 all over T1 is equals to quantity P2 all over P1 raised to K minus 1 all over K. So, cross multiply. So, T2 is equals to T1 quantity P2 all over P1 raised to K minus 1 all over K. So, substitute. Yung temperature 1 natin na 550, yung P2 natin na 376.783, yung P1 natin na 15, then raised to 1.4 minus 1 all over 1.4. So, yung temperature 2 natin is equals to 1,381.538 Rankine. So, nakuha natin yung temperature 2. Sa point 3 naman tayo. Sa point 3 naman, sa temperature 3, process 2 to 3, which sa 2 to 3 is constant volume tayo dyan. So, ginamit kong formula is yung PVT formula. So, P2 V2 all over T2 is equals to P3 V3 all over T3. So, constant volume, makakancel yung volume natin. So, initial formula natin is P2 all over T2 is equals to P3 all over T3. So, cross multiply. Then, T3 is equals to P3 T2 all over P2. So, substitute lang natin yung value. So, P3 natin is 495. Then, yung temperature 2 na 1,381.538. Yung pressure 2 natin na 376.783. So, cancel yung unit ng PSIA. So, temperature 3 natin is 1,815 Rankine. Then, next naman is yung temperature 4 natin at process 3 to 4 which pressure is constant. So, ginamit kong formula dito para makuha ko yung temperature for yung QAY na formula, which QAY is equals to MCP quantity T4 minus T3. So, itong MCP dinistribute ko. So, magiging siyang QAY is equals to MCP T4 minus MCP T3. So, kailangan makuha natin yung T4 para matira to, ilipat natin yung MCP T3 sa kabila. Bali siya magiging siyang QAY plus MCP T3 is equals to MCP T4. So, para mas matira yung T4 natin, mag-divide tayo both side ng MCP. So, bali cancel, 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 cancel. So, yung matitira o yung final formula natin is T4 is equals to T3 plus QAY all over MCP. So, yun, substitute lang natin yung mga value. So, yung T3 natin is 1,815 Rankine plus yung QAY natin na 110 BTU over sa mass na 0.75, then yung CP natin na 0.24. So, unit analysis. So, BTU, cancel yung BTU. Yung pound, cancel. So, yung temperature pour natin is equals to 2,426.111 Rankine. So, yan, nakuha na natin. So, hanapin naman natin susunod is yung volume pour. Sa volume pour, kinuha ko, yung sa process 3 to 4. So, sa process 3 to 4, pressure is constant. So, ginamit kong formula is yung PVT formula. So, P3V3 all over T3 is equals to P4V4 all over T4. Yung pressure natin, since constant, so cancel lang yan. So, yung initial formula natin is V3 all over T3 is equals to V4 all over T4. So, cross-multiply para makuha natin yung final formula for V4. V4 is equals to V3 multiply by T4 all over T3. So, V4 natin, substitute lang natin yung mga value. So, V3 is equals to 1.0188 cubic feet. Yung temperature 4 na 2,426.111 all over temperature 3 na 1,815. So, cancel yung Rankine na formula. Or rather, unit. So, volume 4 natin, volume 4 is equals to 1.36 cubic feet. So, yun nga, nakuha na natin yung volume 4 at volume 3. Nakuha na natin yung temperature 4 and temperature 3. So, makuha na natin yung value ni RC. So, substitute lang natin, no? Yung sa RC, kukunin natin sa volume. So, yung V4 natin is 1.36, then yung volume 3 natin is 1.0188. So, therefore, makuha natin is RC is equals to 133. So, para mas ma-double check natin na tama, kukunin natin rin sa temperature na T4 all over T3. So, kinuha ko siya yung temperature 4 natin na 2,426.111 all over sa temperature 3 na 1,815. Same lang yung nakuha kong sagot na RC is equals to 133. So, tama yung sagot natin.